Hello everyone, welcome back to another Rosie video. Today we're doing something a little different. I know recently we have been doing a lot of Magic the Gathering. I've done a couple different videos. I did one over South Park recently, and I also did one over Star Wars Battlefront. And the reason I mention that is because I am a Star Wars fan. I grew up with the Star Wars movies and the TV shows and the video games and all that stuff. I love Star Wars. My dad loves Star Wars. My brother loves Star Wars. I come from a Star Wars family. The reason I mention that is because I was scrolling around the internet today and I found a very interesting game that is coming out soon. Um, I realized, the more I looked into it, I realized I'm kind of late to the party. This is the first instance I've seen anything about this. So I don't know if it's under the radar. I don't know if it's, I'm just super late to finding out. I don't know anything. But I found a game called Star Wars Unlimited. I believe it is coming out March something. Let me check. Release date. I just checked it. March 8th, 2024. Oh my, that is blinding. So let's go back to the dark screen. March 8th, 2024. So as you can see by my little date and time in the corner, don't mind that it's 2:30 a.m. right now, but it is February 27th currently. So is this your leap year? Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days till this game drops. So I'm a little bit early. I've heard about it before it released. Um, but all I really know about this game right now is that it is a trading card game based on the Star Wars universe. And it's very similar to the last Star Wars game that came out, or last Star Wars trading card game that came out. I forgot exactly what it's called. It might be Star Wars Destiny. That's what it is. But anyway, I mean, I've been looking through the website. I've been reading up on it. I've watched a couple videos on it. It seems very fun. I'm not gonna lie. It obviously, it's built around collecting sets and stuff. It's inspired by Magic. It's inspired by every trading card game that has ever existed. Let's not kid ourselves. But like right here it says collect with over 250 cards in each set and special variants that appear in any booster pack. You're practically guaranteed to find something special for your collection. I realize that my webcam is covering that, so I'll move it over here for this video. Okay. Um, so and then you play the game, you get to meet people. It's all about community, all that good stuff, right? So, Magic the Gathering. Um, Here is an example of what a card looks like. I believe this is a unit card. Unit cards are essentially creature cards in Magic, right? So there's a bunch of different things. There's the cost, there's the power and HP or toughness. There's the trait, which is, the creature type, the name. Um, and then this is interesting right here, ground/space. So the way the game works is there's two different battle zones. Think flying and not flying in Magic. But any ground units you can only play in the ground battle zone. Any space units you can only play in the space battle zone. So your deck kind of needs to include both of them, it seems. Otherwise, you won't have anything to block with, or you won't have anything to like defend the ground or space. Um, and then just some basic stuff. I don't know exactly what all this stuff means. I don't know what an aspect is. Yeah. So this is a unit card. So essentially, it's a creature. Um, Maybe we can see here aspects. These define what kinds of abilities a card can have, and they also factor into the card's cost. Learn more about aspects in the section below. So maybe it's like colors? Oh, here we go. 6 deck building aspects, unlimited combinations to explore. So, Vigilance, play defensively with ability to heal damage, remove dangerous units from play, and protect your base from enemy attacks. This aspect is perfect for players who like patient playstyle that can endure even the deadliest assault. Command is accelerate your resources and call upon lots of units or strengthen the units you already have in play. This is the aspect of choice for players who want to overwhelm their opponents with a massive board presence. Aggression says attack with maximum efficiency and dish out lots of damage. This aspect is a great fit for players who prefer a fast-paced, fiery playstyle that breaks through their opponent's defenses and hurls themselves towards a victory at any cost. Cunning is adapt to any situation on the fly with powerful immediate effects and lots of tools for disrupting your opponent's plans. This aspect is a perfect fit for players who prefer to respond quickly to threats and have an answer for anything their opponent can throw their way. Heroism says, fight for peace and justice for my new empire. Excuse me. Fight for peace and justice with cards that feature the protagonists of the Star Wars series. This aspect is great for players who want their cards to support and protect each other while pressing the attack. This aspect is often paired with another aspect on the card. So it looks like, yep, Chewbacca has a heroism and cunning aspect. Villainy says battle for ultimate power with cards that feature the antagonists of the Star Wars series. This aspect is perfect for players who want to command huge armies or wield powerful destructive effects. Similar to heroism, this aspect is often paired with another aspect on the card. So it says often paired, so it seems like maybe you can have just a heroine specific card or a villainy specific card. But it looks like there's 4 main traits or aspects, I guess they call them. They're essentially colors. They're gonna be the color pie of this game, I believe. If something falls in vigilance, it's gonna be something like, I don't know, blue. If something falls in cunning, it's gonna be something like white. Command seems like green and aggression seems like red. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's a great example of taking inspiration from a game, but not necessarily copying it straight up. Also, the fact that off rip we have different color or different aspects built into it. I mean, I'm just interested to see exactly how dynamic it plays into it. And then it looks like there's different formats to play. So Premier is going to be your standard, I assume. And it says 50 cards in a deck. So that's interesting too. It's not a 60 card deck. It's not a 40 card deck. It's right in between. It's 50 cards. At least 50 cards. So I assume it's the minimum. Similar to how Magic does it, rather than Yu-Gi-Oh! Is 40 to 60. And you can't go above 60. Draft is says build a 30 card deck by drafting cards from a limited pool. So similar to Magic's draft, except it's a 30 card deck instead of a 40 card deck. And then sealed is just limited. You're limited to 6 booster packs and you build a 30 card deck. And then there's different types of cards. So the way that you win the game is by defeating your opponent's bases. So these bases here, I can't really zoom in on it for you, but essentially this, it says 30 right here about, and that is the health of the base. I believe you win by doing 30 damage to the base. So every single person starts the game with a base in their leaders, and their leaders is essentially your commander, but your leader has 2 sides. So the back side of the leader is like I want to say it's almost like an enchantment, but it's just like an established piece of the game. And then you can flip them over into the unit side and be able to use them. So like Darth Vader, for example, he starts on this back side. That's a horizontal piece. He's right underneath your base on the board. But when you play him for his unit side, then you get Darth Vader as a unit, which is awesome, by the way. But continuing on, I assume leaders are going to be, it's going to be Darth Vader. It's going to be Luke Skywalker, Boba Fett. I mean, just literally, Mace Windu could be a leader. Any of the ones from Captain Rex could maybe be a leader. Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan, like any iconic character. Is Chewbacca a leader, you think, actually? No, it says loyal companion. Maybe he's not a leader. I bet there's going to be leader cards of cards, and then I bet there's going to be like a Darth Vader that's not a leader, too, so you can just run Darth Vader in your deck. Because I assume that if your leader is a double-sided card, you can only run them as your leader. You can't run a leader as a regular card in your deck. Anyway, there's units too, like we talked about earlier, like Chewbacca. Here's a Cell Block Guard, which is just a Stormtrooper that does... it looks like he has an effect called Sentinel that says units in this arena can't attack your non-Sentinel units of your base. Or your base. Oh, so they have to kill him first to get through to the base. Cool. That's a cool mechanic. That's a cool idea. I believe in this game, too, it's not like Magic where I'm saying, hey, I'm attacking you. You get to decide whether you block. I believe it is targeted attacks, similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! So if I were to attack with my own Cell Block Guard, he would have to kill the Cell Block Guard before he can attack other units. So it seems. Events are one-and-done cards. So there's like the instants and sorceries of the game. Open Fire says deal 4 damage to a unit. That is simple. That is easy to figure out. That's good stuff. And then upgrades or a card type that is attached to a unit in play to provide some kind of benefit or penalty to an attached unit. So enchantments or enchantments or even equipments, I guess you could compare it to the Magic. But this one says Vader's lightsaber says attached to a non-vehicle unit. When played, if attached unit is Darth Vader, you may deal 4 damage to a ground unit. And he gets a +3 and a +1, +3 power, +1 toughness. So that alone is good, but then you put him on Darth Vader and you get to deal the 4 damage of ping. That's pretty solid. I love the art style that they picked for this game. I'm not gonna lie. This is really cool. I am very excited for the game. There's more to hear how to play. So that's what your leader and your base setup looks like, and then you have all your stuff. You draw 6, then you put 2 cards down. There's no lands, there's no mana that way. Instead, you choose what cards to put down as a resource instead, which erases the problem that many people have with Magic the Gathering, which is a lot of people don't like that you can get mana screwed or mana flooded at any point in time. So you have to make a conscious decision of what cards you're going to play and what cards you're going to put down as resources. Here's a showing playing R2D2, which, I mean, who doesn't like R2D2? Then here's a bunch of counters that you can soar. It looks like damage isn't erased, and instead it builds up on the character. And it's the same mechanic as Magic, where they fight each other whenever someone blocks or whenever you attack someone. They deal their damage to each other. Action abilities, take initiative, pass, free your face. There's a bunch of just basic like TCG type things. There's tapping and untapping to use cards and exhaust cards and stuff like that. Of course, it's not called tapping and untapping, but it is tapping and untapping. So here's more on the formats that we were talking about earlier. So Premier, man, the art looks so good. It's if I can run a clone deck, oh my goodness, this might become my favorite game of all time. But anyway, Premier, deck size 50 plus, player count 2, about 20 minutes per game. That's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. Then draft play, deck size 30 plus, player count 4 to 8. 120 to 180 minutes. That's about it, right? You're going to play multiple games in draft. Sealed, very similar. 2+, very similar. Twin Suns, take on multiple opponents and a thrilling twist to Star Wars Unlimited's gameplay. Use 2 leaders and wield a deck with no duplicate card. It's Commander. Star Wars Unlimited has Commander. You heard it here first, folks. Twin Suns is Commander. So player count 3 to 4, time 45 to 80 minutes per game. So you build your deck a little differently. You get 2 leaders. Awesome. And then no duplicate cards. So it's literally just Commander. And then deck size 50 plus. So deck size doesn't change, but that's okay. I'm very interested in Twin Suns, actually. I didn't know this was a thing. That art is awesome of those Stormtroopers. So anyway, I just pulled up on here. Oh, flashbang. Ow. Oh, my eyes. Just to end off the video, I pulled up the starter set that's going for on TCG Play right now. This is the pre-sale item. This isn't the I don't know if this is the official price or not. But $30 for a 2-player starter set doesn't seem that bad, to be honest. Maybe I'm just, my brain is warped by Magic overpricing all their products nowadays, but $30 for a 2-player starter seems fun. You get Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. That art is just so good. It looks like we can look at some of the other products here. So Spark of the Rebellion. There's a pre-release kit. Like, they're really going after the same $6, $7 for a booster. I mean, 16 card booster. I mean, if you can get good value out of everything, then nothing wrong with that. I think them trying to go really heavy on the is this in, let's see, price high to low. Let's see what the most expensive cards are going for right now. It seems like every card's about $1, $2, $3. Of course, nobody knows what's good and what's not good currently, so definitely will. These just look so cool. Obviously, as the game actually comes out and people learn what the meta is and learn what's really good, what's not really good, card prices are going to fluctuate. Valuable cards are going to go up in price. That's just that's how card games work, right? But seeing value in the cards is what will keep people coming back, because people want to feel like their game pieces, especially in a TCG, they want to feel like their game pieces are worth something. Now, like I said, I'm really excited about this game. I literally just found it today, and I'm already like, I'm just a Star Wars super fan personally. I'm super super pumped. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Are you excited for Star Wars Unlimited? Have you even seen Star Wars Unlimited? Or is this your first time you heard about it? Do you think this is gonna flop? Do you think it's gonna be successful? How do you think Twin Suns is gonna be a competitor to Commander, or do you think it's gonna be a completely different field? Do you think Premier is gonna be the thing that kills Magic the Gathering Standard once and for all? Because nobody plays that anyway. That I used to play that a lot, so I can joke about it. Okay, it's only fair. So tell me what you think down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. I enjoy seeing the numbers go up, and it lets me know that I'm doing well and that I'm putting effort towards the right thing. You know. Besides that, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I hope you comment down below and tell me what you think, because I read every comment. I try to reply to as many of them as I can. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week.